The NBA is getting
Always popping
it's
off.
at the end of the season, right? But the MVP race is toit.
It's very toy like a toiger.
toiger.
And we got 4 contenders, none of them of which are from America for like the first time in a bajillion years, so that is crazy. Then we got Shai, Gilgeous-Alexander, Victor Wembanyama, Jokic, and Luka. I would try and pronounce full names, but I can't bother. I think Wembanyama would be the hardest one, but Nikola Jokic and Luka Doncic. I don't know why I forgot their last names. Anywho, those are our 4 contenders.
Yep.
Now, Luka injured his hamstring last night as of recording, so I'm not sure if that puts him out of the running.
No, he's played enough games,
It could also just be, well, as in like, for how long? I'm not sure how many games we have left.
Yeah, there's only like less than 10.
Yeah.
So
Okay, that's not too bad. So he's in contention.
yeah,
Wemby is, for me, clear defensive player of the year. Maybe with Scotty Barnes backing him up as the second. And then Jokic is Jokic, averaging a triple-dub. He's fucking insane. But he's won 3 at this point.
Yeah.
I think he's out purely by default. He's won too many.
it's
and then,
not fair though, really, is it?
It's not.
But then it kind of is as well.
LeBron could have had it for the last decade in his prime, like, and they'd stopped considering him. He would be like a nomination, and then they would just, like, never vote him. So it's not really fair. So, and then
Shai.
yeah, and then Shai is just the argument that he's obviously got the best record in the league. They won the chip last year. I think they're still favourites, but everyone's like, "Oh, unethical hoops."
I mean,
I think
technically it is because it's gone in the basket and they counted it, so it's got to be.
Yeah, I think the ethical hoops argument is just weak sauce.
Yeah.
Oh no, I just like just play ball, bro. Put the fucking fries in the bag. Just make the buckets.
Because he seems quite reserved, quite chilled. Has he got that dog in him as well? Because I think that's what.
Well, he must do.
That's
I've
what
never
gives
seen
them-
him fail in the clutch. But then again, his team is so good.
No, but he's not like in people's faces and stuff, is he? He seems just like.
I don't think
That's what I
the
do.
Thunder need to. Like, I think the Thunder did have an altercation earlier.
No,
this
but I
year.
think that's what makes people root for Wemby at the minute for sure, and
Wemby
Luka because
and
they're
Luka
like got
and
that.
are,
Yeah,
like,
they
just
got,
in your face.
yeah.
Bro.
Where Jokic is
but then
again
yeah.
quite, but he's so good that it's just so obviously.
Jokic can get heated.
Yeah, I know.
You have to
but
push him, but maybe that's the tactic. Maybe Shai is the Iceman, and you got to try and break that ice.
Yeah.
And that's what the others have to do to get him out of the game. But also, Shai can not play, and their team still be a championship contender. And this is where the MVP argument starts.
He's not really that
and if
valuable.
whoever you remove from their team, how effective does it make their team? Right. I think if you're going by that, Shai is not the MVP.
No.
Because if you took him off the court, they still have a record close to what they have now. If you take away Wemby or Luka or Jokic, I mean, the whole system goes through Jokic. I don't even know where the Nuggets would be if he wasn't playing. They've got a fairly solid
Well, he was
squad.
injured for a good month and a bit.
Yeah,
and
they
obviously
still
that's
did
probably
all
why
right.
they're not as high as they probably would have been.
Yeah,
Maybe.
but I think by statistics, shout out to what was his name again?
Jimmy Highroller.
Jimmy Highroller.
How
Sorry,
dare you forget
I
Jimmy?
forgot his name. Shout out to Jimmy for putting the whole stats together. But I think it's Wemby by statistics, where if you took him off the team,
Yeah.
they just fucking just the whole blows up.
But he dropped that as well in an interview as well. I think that's what gave him. Jimmy put it in his
He
video.
definitely was.
He gave him some points, didn't it?
Yeah.
Or like PR from it because he was like, "Well, defense is 50% of the game. Remember that. Don't forget it."
But then I saw a really good counter argument from Nick something, I can't remember his name, like one of the main presenters that goes around the Sports Center cycles.
Yeah.
And he was like, if you look at all the last previous MVPs, defense is basically never taken into consideration. Like,
Why is that a counter argument? Surely that's.
no, the way he said it, I don't actually remember.
But that sounds like it's in Wemby's favour then. Like, yeah, he should be considered.
It should be, but it never is.
And the worst thing
but-
is though, like his minutes are so low compared to them.
Yeah. And I do wonder what happens if you unleash the unholy beast on us all for a full game. And I'm also not sure if they do it for his own good.
Yeah, true.
And they just try, or he actually can't play a full game like that.
Well, you
Or
said
if they're
it.
just going to let him play in the playoffs.
If they unleashed it. You said he'd get 100 points, wouldn't he?
I think he's the only person capable of ever breaking Wilt's record.
But he's not really that offensively
But I think that's the
mindset
thing,
that
he
he's
could
not.
be. What if one day they just went, hey, just don't pull off playing any defense. Like your mere presence puts people off in the first place.
Yeah.
Just go and get constant buckets.
Yeah, just put your hands up a little
like,
bit.
We're playing the Wizards tomorrow. Just bully them.
Just do it.
Just fuck them up. It can be done. If Bam can do it, Wemby can do it.
Yeah.
Like that. Bam has given me unlimited confidence, and I'm sure if Bam can do it, so can I. So there's that. But if you've ever watched a full Spurs game, and I'm sure a lot of NBA fans have, I don't think we give enough credit, and there's no statistic for how many times people they just get near the basket and have to turn away.
Yeah.
It is insane. Like his defensive stats, I don't think accurately show his defensive prowess, and they might have to develop a new stat for it. Like
just imagine
attempts thought about.
Yeah. Just like his aura or something. Just
honestly, but he can reach you from pretty much anywhere.
Yeah.
Like the closest I can describe it is literally an anime. Like, remember that Croco no Basket one I talked about ages ago, and anyone who's seen it, it's a fucking banging show. But one of the 5 generations of miracles is a purple-haired guy called Murasaki Bara, and he can reach anyone within the 3-point D.
It's not far off that.
He basically is, right?
Yeah.
He's insane. Like, he can be in the corner and still get you from over here. Wemby is like that for real. Like, they had to start flying through the air, and like some guy was trying to dunk, but he stops it. Some guy had to jump behind him and push the ball in from up top. And I felt they just have to start like double teaming Wemby in the air.
I feel like that's just Ja Morant. Like, you need everybody to have Ja Morant's level.
You can slip past it for sure, but it won't be. I feel like you'd have to really try and injure him. You'd have to try and hacky-shack him, but he'll make his free throws, but like not for the sake of offense, for the sake of like trying to break him. Because what else could you do?
Yeah.
What else can you do? I don't even know. And he's going to get even stronger. Like if he gets bulkier next year, because he bulked up this year. Imagine if he comes back even more broad. Like I'm going to be like, oh.
Imagine he gets to like Shaq's physique.
I think that would then downgrade.
Yeah.
It's like he needs to stop just before.
Not.
He needs a Giannis build.
Like early Shaq.
Yeah, I'd say he's about halfway to Giannis. If he can get to that level of strength, because Giannis maintained his speed at that size, good gravy. Because Giannis did it. If you look back at some of his OG games, he's all gangly.
Yeah, true.
And oh my god,
he got real jacked.
You hear nothing but villain music as soon as
because he does. Every time you do see Wemby, honestly, his legs just look so.
He's not real, bro.
No, but like it doesn't look. It just looks like you chop him down pretty easy. Do you know what I mean?
Well, if he actually went for his legs,
it's because it's because he's so tall. He does look quite
awkward.
Not awkward. It's more just. Yeah, he's skinny, he's slender, right? He doesn't look.
One of his Halloween costumes one year.
It would mess everybody up probably that you.
Yeah.
But then you could just honestly, his hips must be where our heads are.
Terrible visual.
I'm sorry, but that's.
You put me right there.
But
then
then
smack me in the forehead. Yeah.
Would you not win because you could just? It's right.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking at all. You were like,
yeah, no. I'm just.
I just imagine getting dunked on. That was dick. Oh no. So
no, you just slightly duck, mate. And he's,
yeah,
and then,
I guess.
Then you're just walking through a door.
Oh. But yeah, he must be terrifying to play against. Because I've played against him. So if you just run around a random gym and there's a guy that's like over 6'5", it makes it difficult. Let alone that. That's outrageous. And I can see the documentaries in the career, right? And they're talking about all the greats of all time. And like, if he does have a fairly injury-free career and he does last as long as he should do, like there was the GOAT, the king, the unbreakable records, but it took a man from another planet to surpass humanity. And I'm like, oh, that would be so fucking hype.
Well, that must be, because like you just said, when you don't come across many 6'5" people, but when you do, it's difficult.
Especially if you've got a long wingspan. It's like, what the fuck?
But you imagine all of these 7-footers their whole life, knowing that they're like, there's no one bigger than me out there.
Bro.
And then they come across him and they've never dealt with that. They must be like, I don't know what to do here. I really don't know what to do.
Because I can see that you can see a lot of NBA players. He's been in the league a little bit now, but you can see him making live calculations like, how the fuck do I even go about this now? And they're forced to take so many shots they wouldn't have. And I'm sure there is a stat for something like that. But for me, he's my MVP. Although Luka's doing something crazy, averaging 40. Is he on for scoring title? I
think he might be. I
think he'll win that, but I don't think he'll win MVP.
Yeah.
As sad as it is.
Will he ever get it?
I'm sure 1 year, but the thing is, the talent's so fucking good in the league. It's impossible. Like, Ant Edwards isn't even in contention, but he's averaging 29, like 4 and 5.
It's crazy, man.
What the fuck is that about?
It's so stacked in the West, though, that it's just going to be like, once we get to the actual finals, it's going to be like...
Who do you reckon is going to come through the East? I reckon it's going to be Celtics or Cavaliers, probably.
Not the Pistons, they're top, aren't they?
Yeah, they've got a solid squad.
Knicks are third as well, I believe, at the moment, so...
Oh, Knickerbockers.
It just
they
doesn't
always end
feel...
up choking.
Honestly, it doesn't feel like they deserve it with all the amount of good teams in the West. Like, don't you want to see one of them, like,
Well,
two show it down in the final?
Like, I'd be curious to see...
Of course it'll be the conference
win...
finals, but it's not the same, is it?
If it was a case of the evidence was so unbelievably clear that every time anyone from the East came up against the West, they lost by like 70%, then I think we've got a big problem on our hands here.
It probably isn't.
But I don't
bad.
think that's the case, because basketball ultimately is matchups a lot of the time.
Yeah, but a lot of them in the West play the West more.
Yeah.
So when they do play the East...
I don't think by stats it would be a cakewalk.
No, but
I think because you play a team less, in fact, there might be more of a culture shock. Because if you play teams more regularly, at least you can learn their patterns a bit more and get used to how they play.
No, but then
whereas
you
if
also
you have to play like a random one, they could also just have a great night. Because sometimes you can just shoot shit, even if your team is good. It just happens.
Well, I'm just saying, if you put one of these teams in the East, I reckon their record would be even better. Like OKC, imagine them in the East.
Yeah, I think they would do well.
Obviously, it's all hypothetical, but still. But there's a couple
Eastern
teams coming
slander.
into the league.
Oh yeah, they've started talking about Seattle and Vegas.
Yeah.
I have no idea how long.
Is it the Supersonics, or is it going to be something else?
They better be the Supersonics.
But isn't the Thunder still technically that team?
No, I think they said something about they're relinquishing their history to like go back to them. So the Thunder are now their own thing.
Oh.
And then
now they've won a title.
I guess, yeah. Think about it, that's actually good shit. But I think I saw something about that. I'm not sure of the details. But yeah, I'm more curious to see what they'll be called as opposed to anything else. I know we were talking about a few of them. And
we came up with some good names actually, didn't we?
Yeah, you heard what was your one?
Because you said something about Vegas, obviously gambling association.
Yeah.
I said at first I said Kings. I was like, wait a minute, it's taken. The Vegas Aces.
Yeah, it could be. I think there might be a WNBA team called the Aces. I'll have to verify that, or a G League name potentially. But yeah, the other one was Vipers that's going around, the Vegas Vipers.
Yeah, I think that's the.
Could be pretty cool. Now all I just see is Globo Gym.
I just see Randy Orton just coming out of nowhere.
That would actually be so sick, because they're like a walkout tune.
Yeah.
They call to me.
That's what I mean. It's got to be the Supersonics then, and it'll probably be the
Vegas
Vipers.
something.
Saying the Aces, man. The Aces. The Vegas Aces.
Vegas Aces would be pretty sick. So we'll have to see how that turns out. I mean, I think they've only basically agreed. I think the thing it was the vote to explore. And I was like, well, does that mean there's like several more votes to like ratify something? But I think that's essentially like, yeah, go ahead, but we need to work out the logistics of it. And Lord knows how long that will take. Whether
It'll
it's
be a
like
few years, won't it?
It could be 5 years down the line for all we know, or it could like be next year, because they're also focusing on the Europe expansion. So NBA Europe is coming. There'll be a London team, a Manchester team. So
not in the league though, is it? It's a separate league.
Yeah, separate league.
Okay, cool.
But it's an interesting move.
Yeah.
And I'm always up for that, because I think basketball has the potential to be a massive sport here, but it's just really not ever taken off, at least from our own leagues. So
yeah, can you imagine if they had the same sort of level but over here and could watch it at our times? And
I think the problem with us is the bloody all of the best talent ends up at the London Lions, so like they win every year by default in like the whatever the English league is.
And then you
SBL
also know
currently.
that if they went up against an NBA team, they'd get slapped as well.
Yeah,
so.
and I assume like the current like London Lions would probably just become the new London team of the NBA.
Yeah.
Or like at least loads of players would try and hop over there. Unless some current NBA players are like fancy moving to Europe and they pick one of those.
Yeah, maybe
teams.
there's some money in it for them to come here, or.
But I think seeing the Paris talent would be so good. Because Wemby and the thing is like his younger, not his younger brother, but like
his younger brother.
people in it, like there's so much good talent coming out of France. France are really good. Spain has always been solid. Like they've always been a top contender. So I think it's gonna be so cool to see, because we do have a different playing style here.
Yeah, I think you could get a couple of the football. It's like Barcelona have got one, Real Madrid, I'm pretty sure Man United were talking about it.
If we think about distance, if you pick the teams right, it's basically the same distance as how NBA players need to travel between European nations.
And then you could merge, like, that's how you get sort of like the football interest as well, because then you've got your own basketball team in a sense as well.
Yeah, and I'm sure like NBA players aren't getting like a fair shake in the States, would then end up like the first, instead of going to like China, Israel, Taiwan or something, they'd be like, right, cool, straight to the Europe League.
Yeah.
See what's what. That'd be pretty sick.
And honestly, I think that, because that's how some of the women obviously get more fans, because it's like, well, if you're a Man United fan, you might as well be a Man United women's fan as well, of course.
Facts.
So yeah, that's my women's team as well. So if it was a Man United basketball team, like, well, that's my basketball team.
I see. So do you reckon they're going to mirror the teams, or do you reckon they're going to come up with completely separate teams? And say the NBA becomes the London Lions, and would they ever do like cross, like an actual like worldwide, like once the European League's at a good point, they would do like
bring them into these European League. Have Barcelona basketball, have Real Madrid basketball team.
Oh no, what I mean is like, will the European League get to a point where it's like operating? Let's say we've got Spain and all that kind of thing, and then we've got the stateside teams. But they ever do like a world tournament like they do for like the World Series for baseball, and that would be so cool.
Yeah, exactly. You could have it like your Champions League, because it's all
like another
European.
Olympics basically.
Yeah,
but just like Europe versus the States.
Yeah, Ryder Cup sort of thing or whatever. I don't know.
I know this is going to be NBA Europe, but I'm like gutted that we can't have like China and stuff, because that's a big market.
It's another market.
Yeah.
Why don't they just make the national,
the
world national,
the World NBA Association, WNBA. I'm being
seats taken.
Shit. We're like the WNBA, but all dudes.
It needs workshopping.
For sure, but it's exciting either way. It's all going to be good stuff, and I'm sure the narrative of the league being watered down will come into it and all that kind of shit. So
if the NBA right now has got so much talent, just spread them out a bit, and then it becomes even more loved game. You get more people into it. And that's just like football, you know. It becomes like one of the world games instead of just
basketball. Has such a good culture to it, and it's just more easily playable. As long as you've got a hoop, like. Things like being a rugby fan or American football fan, it's just tough to do everywhere, right? But
you need the numbers and
you need the numbers and
facilities.
Yeah,
all of that.
At least it's somewhat easier to play basketball, because all you need is a hoop, or like with football, you just need a net.
You just need a ball, and mate, you can just make jumpers for goalposts, mate. I don't know, you can't really do that.
You could kick it real classic and find like a basket and like nail it to a fucking thingy.
Technically.
Who the hell? Where would you get a basket these days? We're going to do Rob Little.
Maybe.
Rob a basket from Aldi.
Yeah. Creative kids, man. They could definitely do something like that.
It'd probably be easy to make from bits of wood, but who goes outside anymore, am I right?
Yeah, true. You just do it on Fortnite now.